Morning, Tim.
It's good afternoon.
It is good afternoon. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can see, NC 5000 spreader that I didn't realize I had a bearing out of it. This pillow block bearing here, where you at? Little pillow block, 1-inch pillow block bearing went out on this thing, and you know, of course, they do that from time to time. Fertilizer's rough as hell on them, so. What are you looking for?
The old one, right there.
Well, the old one, it went out and, you know, chewed its way through. Timothy, of course, is like, just run it till it's destroyed. And that's not the way you do things around here. When you find something that's broke, you got to fix it. So, I took off to get parts, and Timothy, what did you do?
I fixed a radiator.
Radiator hose on the 4450 apparently was leaking. I knew it. I had bought the hose and just never got around to fixing it. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, you're going to have to tap it on very gently. So, brass hammer, brass hammer, brass hammer, and you got to turn it around the other way, I think. So anyways, in order to replace this thing, you have to destroy the pulley, the drive pulley. So I have had to purchase drive pulley also, and the drive pulley that I had to buy has the insert. Let me get a hold of this thing here real quick. I did not get it from the company, but this is the drive pulley.
Actually went on easier that way.
What?
Look how far it went.
Well, yeah, go ahead, tap it on. Yeah, tap it on there. I would get it, you can't hit cast iron, you'll break it. You get up, please. Go get a brass punch, put it on that race to that bearing, and then drive it on there. And I would also suggest possibly some lubricant on there, possibly assembly lube grease. That might work. These things are real rotters. I mean, you can wash them, you can paint them, you can do whatever you want, but if there's so much as a nick in the paint on these things, this fertilizer works its way in and they rust and rot and flex and crack and do all kinds of weird things. But I did get my fertilizer delivered, some of the fertilizer delivered. Timothy's been spreading a little bit. This is red potash with sulfur in it. A fair amount of sulfur, actually. I'm not putting on the amount that the fertilizer company would like me to put on for two simple reasons. One, it's not that I don't need it, it's that if I put the amount that they put on, I will be working in a negative zone. And that means if I put this fertilizer on here, at their rate, I will probably lose somewheres around, I don't know, $5 to $10 an acre just in the cost of the fertilizer, you know, the added cost of fertilizer. So I've come up with an acceptable amount of fertilizer that I can put on, and I will do this for a couple of years to reintroduce the nutrients that I need in the soil. Now, the soil test revealed that I need lime and I need potash, a little bit of sulfur, well, a fair amount of sulfur, like everybody needs this side of the Mississippi River, and a little bit of phosphate, but not much, but lime, a lot of lime. So I've ordered 1,000 tons of lime, and I'm going to spread that myself, possibly, you know, a good portion of it before summer, and then as we go through the summer, as we're taking hay off, I'm going to have somebody dedicated to the lime spread. So they'll be spreading lime and putting down, you know, somewhere between a half a ton and a ton and a half of lime to the acre, depending on where we're at. I do have an electronic pH probe. I've never shown anyone. I don't have much stock in those things because you have to have the moisture just right for them things to work properly. But yeah, I have to come up with that thing again if I can find it. And that's not what I told you to do, Tim.
I gotta line it up.
Yeah, I understand that. All right, go ahead. So anyways, we'll watch Timothy bust this bearing housing or this pillow block. And yeah, he's doing okay. So what he'll do is he'll get that end on there, and this is going to be a quick and easy fix, isn't it?
Sort of.
It's actually a very good fix. You got that thing. You shouldn't tighten it up until you get it completely bolted on. You got to learn some things here, kid. You're doing 3 steps. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Right, Grant?
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, he's sneaking in. He's a sneaky little bastard. He's related to his mother. Yeah, right. She's sneaky too sometimes. That's my sister. But anyway, yeah, you got me all losing my train of thought. What the hell's the matter with you? Oh, I better be careful, because my language is being monitored by Tuyube. And we don't want to trash Tuyube, because Tuyube has this wonderful artificial intelligent robot that listens to your language. And if you say anything like, let's see, how could you say, well, I guess you could say SHIT or anything that has to do with, let's see, how would I even put that?
Kiss my ass.
Well, now I have to edit it because now I can't have that in there either. No, I'm not kidding you. They'll take the money away, and you can't be cursing anymore. So kissing your ass is not something that we really want to do anyway because it's hairy and cracked up, and it's definitely not a sexual site for me anyway. Like I got flagged for sexual content. I'm not even allowed to use that word, sexual. So we'll see. If I get blacklisted and they take my money away, I guess I'm going to have to go with a Patreon style account, a little more into the Patreon side of it, so that I can get enough money to stay in business. Right, Ken? I get that thing opened up. We had to do some deleting of footage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because someone's foul mouth is going to get me kicked off of YouTube, along with his ass crack, but we can't show that either. Oh, no, I can't, you son of a bitch. You're going to get me thrown off of YouTube.
Well,
I swear to God, the liberal asshole. Oh, I can't say that either, can I? Yeah.
I think you two can go fuck themselves again.
Tim! Kid.
What happened?
Will you just shut up and put the fucking thing on there? Swear to God.
What happened, Dad? What happened?
It's okay. I'm going to make you go out and get a real job. Turn it around. You had it right the first time. Dickweed.
Dick munch.
You know what? Well, they say you can't even promote violence on this channel. Yeah, no violence. It should be deleted. You got to put the keyway in there. There is a key, right? I'll have to get you to turn that. There should be a key in there. What'd you do with it?
I don't have the key. I only have the...
Alright, well, gonna have to put a key on it. That thing's hot. Okay, so he's having a little trouble so far. Let's see if this thing works. Having trouble with that chain. There's something up with it, as you saw earlier in the video. See if we get hit with potash and sulfur. It's gonna nail you. No good. Didn't go. Jumped right off. Okay, so we actually had a major snafu here with the spreader. Obviously, you saw in the video that it was not working, so my battery's dying, so I actually have to do this pretty quickly. It's not going to be the quality of video that I'd like it to be, but it is what it is. Bearings were bad on that side, which keeps this thing here from being erect and stiff like it's supposed to be, which was causing the chain to be off kilter and on the wrong angle for that sprocket. So Timothy torched off the old ones while I went for the parts for this one. Anything here in New Jersey is very far away in order to get anything for agricultural equipment. So it's a 45-minute ride each way to go get the parts that I needed to fix this thing, and it was not from a fertilizer spreader company or a dealer. It actually came from a bearing house, BDU Corporation, or Bearings and Drives BDU Unlimited or BDU Specialist. I don't even remember.
BDU Unlimited.
Well, it used to be, but they've changed it. But anyway, so we got Timothy tightening these up before he slides them into place, and then that's actually ready to go on. He's got a brand new chain here someplace. It's all stainless steel. Yeah, he's got a brand new stainless steel chain. I'm going to shut this off real quick, and I'll get back to you as we're assembling. Okay, so like I said, I don't have much battery power here, but we do have the new chain on. It's stainless steel. I just lubricated it because it was in a factory. Timothy got this actually out of a scrap heap, and stainless steel chain is kind of hard to find anyway. So we got all new bearings here, obviously new bearings, new sprocket there. I put that new sprocket on 2 years ago, and the idler sprocket at the front. There's a slight bend in the mount there, which is not going to make much of a difference, but because it's pulling from this side, it won't skip off, but it isn't going to help for wear, obviously. So far today, I have been to Bearings and Drives twice. I have replaced that sprocket, the bearings and the flange, cast iron flanges. I've replaced that bearing there and this. Me and Timothy both did. 2 years ago, I replaced these, the shafts that go down, and those bearings. He has greased them, so they're good. Again, the belt is new. I needed a two-sided belt, but they didn't have one, so guess what, Skippy? That's what we ended up with. So he should have his GPS set up, and we should start to see him. There it goes.